Those times where you overeat and you overdrink and you go to excess, right? Very rarely, unless you're young and crazy and partying, do they create memories that last forever. I'm here with my wife and kids. If I slam 7 cocktails in the evening, is that going to be a memory I take away from this holiday thinking, oh, that was a great time, or I'm really proud of that, or that was awesome? Like, no, not one bit. Hey, what's up everyone? Sam here. So I'm in the beautiful Tenerife right now on a bit of a break with my family, and there's one thing I've been thinking about the whole time we've been away that I couldn't wait till I got home to share. So I thought I'd set the camera up quickly and just talk about how there's been a few mindset changes and a few shifts in the last 3 months that have completely transformed my life. And they've actually all kind of come to a head at this holiday. A lot of it is around work hard, play hard, like making the most out of the time you're working and making the most out of the time you're enjoying, not trying to blend those worlds. Also, just understanding that you're allowed to have a break. You know, you don't have to be on all the time. And actually, if you are, quite often what happens is it's a little bit like multitasking. You end up doing a bad job of all of it. So if this was me on this holiday just a few years ago, I would have been drinking the bar dry, absolutely destroying every single buffet, in this kind of headspace where I'm like, I've eaten well for, you know, say 2 or 3 months. I've earned this holiday. I'm going to let it all go and just go absolutely crazy. But the thing is, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And as soon as that clicked in my head just a few months ago, that you're allowed to have this time off, you're allowed to just decompress a little bit, I started to instantly feel no pressure when I was at a place like this or away with the family or over Christmas, for example. I didn't have this desire to just go nuts because I was giving myself the ability to have what I want on a daily basis. I lost that mindset of thinking I'm on a diet. I'm not on a diet. I've just changed my life. I'm just a different person now. I was literally saying this to a friend last night who happens to be in the same hotel at the same time, complete coincidence. And we were talking about everything, like relationships, diet, family. And it's so funny when people who are overweight go on a diet, because I think once you've actually lost some weight, you realize it's not really a diet, is it? Because you can never go back to how you were eating before. Otherwise, you'll just become that person, right? You've got to continue to do what you've done to get you in shape. And, you know, having this time away, I've enjoyed myself. I've eaten well. I've had a few drinks every day. Don't get me wrong. We're all inclusive. I've had a few cocktails. I've been drinking some wine. But pretty much every evening I've got to a point where I've just been like, I'm good, man. Like, I'm good. I'm enjoying it. I'm relaxed. I'm embracing it. And as the days went on, I then got to thinking more and more about how good I felt. I was like, looking back on other holidays in the past and thinking, those times where you overeat and you overdrink and you go to excess, right? Very rarely, unless you're young and crazy and partying, do they create memories that last forever. I'm here with my wife and kids. If I slam 7 cocktails in the evening, is that going to be a memory I take away from this holiday thinking, oh, that was a great time, or I'm really proud of that, or that was awesome? Like, no, not one bit. And your memories in your head, they're like the dividends of your life. They're going to pay you when you're old. When you're old and you're sat there and maybe you're lucky enough to retire somewhere beautiful like this, are you going to be thinking, oh man, that time I have 5 plates at the all-inclusive buffet and drank 17 cocktails? They were the good old days. Not really. You're going to be thinking, that day I spent with my kids, you know, we went to the water park and I wasn't a hungover mess. That feeling I got every time I like took my top off and I went down to the pool and I actually felt decent. I felt good. They're the memories. That's the stuff you actually take away. And I was like, I've had the best holiday I've ever had because 1, I've had great sleep because I'm not overeating, over drinking, taking it to the limit. I've had brilliant rest because of the great sleep. But also I've been waking up fresh. So I've been way more present, way more there for the kids and Megan. And I think just overall, it couldn't have been a bigger success. We leave tomorrow and I cannot wait for the next trip. Now, I've been on this journey of self-development for 10 years. I've been trying to, earn more money, grow myself as a man, become fitter, stronger, like become just a better person. And when you have kids, that hits 10x because you want to take it to a new level. You want to be better for your kids. But for the last couple of years, figuring out my diet and figuring out my health, my kind of routines around that, it's really only been the last few months where I've realized that health is a marathon. It is not a sprint. This is your whole life. It's never over. And that just flipped a switch in my mind. And I hope it flips a switch in your mind if you're hearing this and you realize, like, this is not a diet. This is not a fitness routine. This is not a gym routine. This is your lifestyle now. This is what you do. And imagine how good I'm going to feel next week when I get back from this holiday and I'm tanned and I'm satisfied and I'm pumped to get back in the gym. I'm excited to get back on a more dedicated meal plan and sort of move into my final stage of getting ripped. It's going to be amazing. And the thing that kind of supports this mindset and has helped me develop a better understanding of what all of this means and how to, kind of keep it together and keep that frame of control and being the person you want to be is about understanding what balance actually means. The world is ever changing, right? I've spoke about this in another video with finite and infinite games. But your world is always changing, right? There'll be something that happens in your life which will change the balance, right? You could get the scales perfect. You could get the perfect balance and then, I don't know, someone gets unwell, a family member. Another baby's on the way. You lose a job. You lose a big client. Like all these massive changes, right? They put your balance out of kilter. But when you realize that balance is not an end goal, you don't get there and you complete it. It's not like, I'm trying to become a millionaire. You get £1 million and you've kind of done it. It's a constantly evolving thing. And the place people go wrong is they attack it like they've got a baseball bat. They're taking these huge swings, They'll come here and eat the place and drink the place dry, go home feeling crap and be like, I'm just going to do 7 days of broccoli, and then wonder why dieting is so hard and it doesn't work for them. And I've been there. I'm not talking down here. I'm talking from, I was at the bottom. I'm talking up. And understanding that it's about these micro adjustments. That's what I've realized. It's these tiny, finite adjustments. So like I might get back from this holiday, I might jump on the scales on Tuesday morning and I might be 3 kilos heavier. I don't know. What am I going to do about that? What I'm not going to do is starve myself. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before. And guess where I'll end up? Back where I was before. It's so simple that you almost don't want to believe it's true. And the more I learn, I'm 34 now, so I appreciate to many people I'm probably young, and to many of you I'm probably getting on. I'm 34, I've got 2 kids, I've got a wife, I've lived a life. I've had a lot happen in my life. A lot of hard times and a lot of good times. And it's still taken me all of this time to realize that you need to understand that life is just a series of fine micro adjustments, just getting it just right to how you want it. And I'm so happy that I've enjoyed this holiday the way I have. And I hope the fact that 2 or 3 years ago, I was 30 kilos nearly heavier, 25 kilos heavier than I am now. I had no idea what I was doing with health and fitness. Inconsistent in the gym, crappy diet. I would have come on a holiday like this and I would have absolutely ripped it to shreds. And I've made a change. And if I can do it, you can do it. Because I've got kids. I've got several businesses. I've got money to manage. I've got a busy life. I've had a lot going on. And it's been an amazing ride. But honestly, if I can make these changes and learn these understandings and have this shift in these last few months, who have just realized, just enjoy everything for what it is, make the most out of it, make the memories, then you are absolutely probably in a more capable position than I was, and you can do it. So yeah, man, I had to jump on. I know it's just a bit of me just talking here, but I felt like I wanted to say it while I was away still. Obviously, it'll be back to the usual programming once I'm back. But yeah, man, I hope whoever's watching this figures out what direction it is you want to go, and you start making the small adjustments to head there. I am working on something at the moment to kind of build a community for men like me, and I've got a few friends that we have a WhatsApp chat with. I'm trying to develop a way to open that up to more people, because it's an amazing chat. We've got an amazing group of people in there. We do step challenges, and we share workouts, and we share meal ideas, and I want to be able to bring that to more of you who enjoy these videos. So that will be happening soon. But yeah, until the next one, I'm going to go and find the kids and Megan down at the pool and enjoy this last day. I hope you guys have a good one. Let's do it.